6 months. That was the promise. Follow the rules. Prove loyalty. Earn supervised contact with Mia. Elena had done everything right, and on day 180, everything went wrong. The text came at 3:47 a.m. Come to the estate. Now. Alone. MKV. Elena stared at her phone, heart racing. In 6 months, Mikhail had never summoned her in the middle of the night, never told her to come alone. She dressed quickly, black jeans, sweater. Her hands shook as she tied her shoes. Marcus wasn't waiting downstairs. No driver, no security, alone. She called a cab, gave the address, watched the city blur past at 4 in the morning, empty streets and flickering lights. What had happened? Was it Victor? Had something gone wrong with Mia? The estate gates were open. Unusual. The house was dark except for one light. His office. Elena let herself in, and the door was unlocked. Also unusual. She climbed the stairs, every instinct screaming danger. The office door was cracked open. She pushed it wide. Mikhail stood by the windows looking out at the pre-dawn darkness. He wore the same suit from yesterday. Tie loosened, sleeves rolled up, a glass of whiskey in his hand. He didn't turn. Close the door. She did. Silence stretched between them. Outside, the first hints of dawn touched the horizon. Victor Orlov is dead, Mikhail said finally. Elena's breath caught. What? Shot 3 hours ago. His car leaving a restaurant downtown. Professional hit. Clean. Did you? No. He turned. His eyes were darker than she'd ever seen them. Exhausted. But everyone will think I did. His people. His allies. The entire organization. Why did you call me here? Because in approximately 4 hours, there will be war. His faction will move against mine, blood in the streets. And you. He gestured with his glass. You're the first thing they'll come for. Elena's stomach dropped. I'm leverage. Against you. You were. Now you're a target. He downed the whiskey, set the glass aside. I have a choice to make. And so do you. He walked to his desk, unlocked a drawer, pulled out a familiar leather folder, her contract. I can put you on a plane, he said. Right now. New identity, new city, money in an account. Your sister gets the same. You disappear. You're free. Elena stared. What? 6 months. You've been perfect, flawless. You've earned this. He set the contract on the desk between them. Or what? Or you stay. Help me navigate this war. Use everything you've learned. And when it's over, he met her eyes. We renegotiate, real terms, real partnership, not hostage and captor, equals. You're giving me a choice. I'm giving you the choice I should have given you 6 months ago. His voice was rough, honest. Leave and be safe, or stay and be powerful. But Elena, if you stay, there's no going back. The things you'll see, the things you'll have to do, you'll be in this world completely. Her mind raced. Freedom, Mia, safety, everything she'd wanted for 6 months. But why now? She asked. Why offer this now? Mikhail was quiet for a long moment. Because somewhere in the last 6 months, this stopped being about leverage, about insurance, about control. He stepped closer. You matter, Elena, not just to the organization, to me. And I won't force you to stay for something that's become real. Her heart hammered. What are you saying? I'm saying I don't want you here because you're afraid for your sister. I want you here because you choose to be. Because this. He gestured between them. Whatever this is, it deserves honesty. Elena couldn't breathe. 6 months of hatred, of fighting, of slowly, dangerously starting to care. If I leave, she whispered, Do I ever see you again? No. The word hit like a bullet. And if I stay? Then we face this together. And when it's over, you decide what happens next. Not me. You. Dawn was breaking outside, golden light creeping across the skyline. Elena looked at the contract on the desk, then at Mikhail, then at the city beyond the windows. A city she'd learned to navigate, to understand, to, in some twisted way, belong to. She thought of Mia, safe, thriving, Columbia University, full scholarship. She thought of Katya, Marcus, Irina, the hotel, her office, her work. She thought of galas and danger and Mikhail's hand on her back, warm and steady and the only thing keeping her grounded. I need to know something first, she said. Anything. That night, 6 months ago, when you gave me the contract. Did you know? Know what? That I'd become this. That I'd... She couldn't finish. Mikhail stepped closer, close enough to touch. I knew you were strong enough to survive. I didn't know you'd become someone I couldn't imagine this world without. His hand reached up, cupped her face, gentle, reverent. I didn't know I'd fall for you. The words hung in the air. Elena's eyes burned. You're a monster who threatened my sister. I know. You stole my life. I know. I should hate you. You should. His thumb brushed her cheek. Do you? She looked up at him, at the devil who'd owned her contract for 6 months, who'd shown her power and purpose and a version of herself she'd never known existed. I don't know what I feel anymore, she whispered. Except that leaving feels wrong, and staying feels dangerous, and you... What about me? You feel like the only real thing in all of this. Mikhail's eyes searched hers. Then he did something she'd never seen. He smiled. Real. Genuine. Then stay. There's a war coming. I know. People will die. Yes. I might die. Not while I'm breathing. His other hand came up, framing her face. Stay, Elena. Choose this. Choose me. Not because you're afraid, because you want to. She should say no. Should take the plane. The money. The freedom. But when she opened her mouth, different words came out. What do you need me to do? The war came fast. By noon, 3 of Mikhail's warehouses were hit. By evening, 2 of Victor's allies had declared their allegiance to the Orlov faction's new leader, Victor's son, Alexei. Young, angry, convinced Mikhail had killed his father. Elena sat in Mikhail's war room, a space she'd never seen before, deep in the estate's basement. Screens everywhere, maps, files, armed men coming and going. Irina was there, no longer just an assistant, but Mikhail's second in command. Marcus coordinated security. Katya managed communications. And Elena... The hotels, Mikhail said, looking at her. Alexei will use them, like his father did, for meetings, planning. Can you find the pattern? Elena nodded. Pulled up 6 months of records. Started searching. Hours blurred. Coffee appeared. Food she didn't eat. And then, there, she pointed at the screen. Alexei's people, booking the Constantine. Tomorrow night. Penthouse suite. Mikhail leaned over her shoulder. You're sure? Same pattern Victor used. Cash payment. Fake names. But the booking agent is one of theirs. He straightened. Good. Very good. What are you going to do? What I should have done months ago. End this before more people die. He turned to Marcus. Assemble the team. We move tomorrow at midnight. Marcus nodded. Left. Mikhail looked at Elena. You should rest. You've been at this for 12 hours. So have you. I'm used to it. So am I now. Something passed between them. Acknowledgement. Partnership. There's a room upstairs, he said quietly. Guest room. It's safe. Try to sleep. She started to leave, then turned back. Mikhail? Yes? Thank you for giving me the choice. Thank you for staying. Elena didn't sleep. She lay in the guest room, staring at the ceiling, wondering if she'd made the right decision. Her phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. I know what you did. Her blood ran cold. Another message. You helped him. You're a traitor. And traitors die. A photo loaded. Mia, walking to class. Unaware she was being photographed. Stay out of this, or your sister pays. Elena's hands shook. She ran. Down the stairs, through corridors, burst into the war room. Mikhail looked up, immediately alert. What's wrong? She showed him the phone. His expression went deadly. When? Just now. He took the phone, traced the number. Alexei's people. They know you're helping me. They threatened Mia. I know. He pulled out his own phone, made a call. Send a team to Columbia. Now. Full security detail on Mia Volkov. No one gets near her. He hung up. She'll be safe. I promise. What if... Elena. He gripped her shoulders. I promised you 6 months ago your sister would be protected. That hasn't changed. It will never change. But I chose to stay. I put her in danger. No. Alexei did. And he'll pay for it. His jaw tightened. But I need you to trust me. Can you do that? She looked into his eyes, saw the steel, the determination, the something else she was afraid to name. Yes. The next night, Elena stood in the hotel's security office watching screens, the penthouse suite, where Alexei and his top men had gathered. Mikhail's team was in position. Marcus led them. Silent, professional. They're in the elevator, Elena said into her comm. 3 men, armed. Copy, Marcus replied. She watched Mikhail's men move like shadows, watched the confrontation unfold in real time. It was over in 90 seconds. Alexei Orlov was in custody, his men disarmed, no shots fired. Clean, Marcus reported. We have him. Elena exhaled, let herself believe for a moment that it was over. Then the screens went dark. What? She tried the controls. Nothing. We've lost feed. Her phone rang. Blocked number. She answered. Hello? Miss Volkov. A man's voice. Cold. Unfamiliar. You're very good at patterns. Let me show you one. The screens flickered back on, but not the hotel. A different feed. Mikhail's estate. The war room. Irina at the desk. And armed men flooding in. No! Elena screamed. Irina, run! But Irina couldn't hear her. The voice on the phone laughed. Did you really think Alexei was the threat? He's a boy playing at his father's games. Victor had real allies. Powerful ones. And they've been waiting for Mikhail to show his hand. Who are you? Someone who knows exactly how to hurt him. And you just made it very easy. The call ended. Elena ran. She'd never driven so fast in her life. The estate was 20 minutes away. She made it in 12, pulled up to chaos, gunfire, shouting, bodies. She stumbled out of the car, searching. Irina! Marcus appeared, bleeding from his shoulder. Get down. He pulled her behind a car as bullets shattered windows above them. Where's Irina? Elena demanded. Where's Mikhail? Mikhail's inside. Irina was hit. They took her. Took her where? I don't know. More gunfire. Marcus returned it. Elena stayed low, mind racing. They'd used her. Used the hotel operation as a distraction. Knew Mikhail would send his best people, leave the estate vulnerable, and she'd help them do it. A hand grabbed her arm. She spun. Mikhail. Blood on his shirt. Gun in his hand. Eyes wild. Are you hurt? He demanded. No. Mikhail, Irina. I know. We're getting her back. He pulled her toward the house. But I need you inside. Now. It's not safe out here. They ran through smoke and chaos. Into the estate. Down to the war room. The screens were destroyed. Papers everywhere. Blood on the floor. Mikhail's phone rang. He answered, put it on speaker. Mikhail Volkov. That same cold voice from before. You have something of mine. I have something of yours. Shall we trade? Who is this? Dmitry Kozlov, Victor's real partner, the one you didn't know about. Mikhail's expression went arctic. What do you want? Alexei. My godson. You took him. I took your assistant. Fair exchange. Done. Name the place. Not so fast. I want something else too. A pause. The girl, Elena Volkov. She's been very helpful to you. I think she'd be helpful to me. Elena's blood froze. Mikhail's hand tightened on the phone. Not happening. Then Irina Petrova dies. Slowly. Painfully. And I move on to target number 2. The sister. Mia, isn't it? 17. Columbia student. Very bright future, if she lives to see it. Touch her and... You'll what? You're surrounded, Mikhail. Your people are scattered. Your empire is burning. You've already lost. The only question is how many people you love die before you accept it. Mikhail's eyes met Elena's. She saw the calculation, the impossible choice. I'll do it, Elena said. No. I'll trade myself for Irina. And you let Alexei go. She took the phone from Mikhail's hand. Do we have a deal? Elena, don't... Smart girl, Dmitry said. Smarter than him. Yes. We have a deal. Pier 47. 1 hour. You and Alexei for Irina and your freedom from this war. Mikhail walks away. Everyone lives. How do I know you'll keep your word? You don't. But it's the only play you have. The call ended. Mikhail grabbed her shoulders. You're not doing this. I have to. No, I'll find another way. There is no other way. Dmitry's right. Your people are scattered. The estate is compromised. If we don't end this now, everyone dies. Irina, Mia, Katya, Marcus, everyone. So you sacrifice yourself? Yes. Her voice broke. Because I chose this. I chose to stay. I chose you. And that means I do whatever it takes to protect what we've built. Mikhail's hands came up to frame her face. I can't lose you. You won't. You're going to let me walk into that pier, make the trade, and then what? Then you do what you do best. You win. Pier 47 was abandoned. Warehouses, shipping containers, perfect place for an ambush. Elena stood beside Marcus, who was helping Alexei out of the car. The young Orlov heir was bruised but alive. Mikhail had stayed behind. Elena had made him promise. It was a lie. She knew he was out there somewhere, watching, waiting. Dmitry appeared from the shadows. Older than Victor, colder. 3 armed men flanked him, and there, hands bound, was Irina. Miss Volkov, Dmitry said. Punctual. I appreciate that. Let her go. Of course. As soon as Alexei is with me. Marcus pushed the young man forward. Alexei stumbled across the space between them. One of Dmitry's men brought Irina forward. They passed each other in the middle. Irina's eyes met Elena's. Don't do this. Take care of him, Elena whispered. Then they were separated. Irina with Marcus, Elena walking toward Dmitry. He smiled. Brave, stupid, but brave. I did what you asked. Now let them go. Of course. He nodded to his men. They raised their guns. Not at Marcus and Irina. At Elena. Wait, she gasped. You said... I said I'd let them go. And I will. Dmitry's smile widened. But you You're the one who helped Mikhail hurt my allies, tracked our movements, exposed our plans. You think I'd let you live? Elena's mind raced. She'd known this was possible, known he might betray the deal. But she'd hoped. Gunfire erupted, not from Dimitri's men, from above, from the warehouses, from the containers. Mikhail's people, everywhere. Dimitri's men went down. Return fire, chaos. Someone grabbed Elena, pulled her down behind a container. Mikhail. I told you to stay at the estate, she shouted. And I told you I'd never let you face this alone. He returned fire over the container's edge. Marcus, get Irina out. On it! Marcus's voice over comms. More gunfire. Elena stayed low, heart hammering. Then silence. Mikhail stood slowly, walked out from behind the container. Dimitri was on his knees, wounded, disarmed, his men dead or fleeing. It's over, Mikhail said. Dimitri laughed, blood on his teeth. You think this ends it? There will always be someone else. Another war. Another enemy. You can't protect her forever. Watch me. Mikhail pulled the trigger. Elena flinched, looked away. When she looked back, Dimitri was dead. The war was over. 2 weeks later, the organization had stabilized. Dimitri's allies had scattered or sworn loyalty. Alexei Orlov had disappeared. Mikhail had let him live, but exiled him from the city. Peace. Fragile. Temporary. But real. Elena stood in Mikhail's office, the same office where this had all begun 6 months ago. He sat at his desk, the leather folder in front of him. Her contract. I had my lawyers draw up new terms, he said. Real partnership. Equal say in decisions, salary, benefits, protection for Mia that doesn't depend on your compliance. And he slid the papers across. A clause that says you can walk away. Anytime, no consequences. Elena looked at the contract. At the signature line. What if I don't want to sign? She asked. Mikhail looked up. Then we figure out something else. What if I want something different entirely? Like what? She walked around the desk, stood in front of him. What if I don't want to be your employee or your partner in business? Elena, what if I just want to be yours? The words came out barely a whisper. Not because of a contract. Not because I'm afraid. But because somewhere in the last 6 months, I fell for the devil who owned me. Mikhail stood, slowly, like he was afraid she'd disappear. You don't mean that. I do. She stepped closer. I spent 6 months hating you, then 6 months trying not to care about you, and 2 weeks realizing that when Dimitri's men had guns pointed at me, my only thought was that I'd never told you the truth. What truth? That I choose you. Not the organization, not the power, not the safety. You, Mikhail Konstantin Volkov. Monster. Devil. The man who showed me who I could be. His hands came up to cup her face. I don't deserve you? Probably not. I've done terrible things. I know. I'll do more. I know that too. And I still choose you. He kissed her. Finally. After 6 months of tension and almost touches and dangerous proximity. He kissed her like she was air and he'd been drowning. She kissed him back like he was the answer to a question she'd been afraid to ask. When they broke apart, both breathing hard, Mikhail rested his forehead against hers. I love you, he said. I've loved you since day 60 when you brought me Victor's files, and I realized you weren't just surviving. You were thriving. And I wanted to give you the world. I don't want the world. Elena smiled. I just want this. You and me. Whatever this is. Even if it's dangerous? Especially if it's dangerous. He laughed. Actually laughed. You're insane. You made me this way. I know. He kissed her again, softer. Thank you. For what? For signing that contract 6 months ago. For staying. For choosing me when you finally had the choice. Elena pulled back, looked at the new contract on his desk. Then she picked it up and tore it in half. Mikhail's eyes widened. What are you? No more contracts, she said. No more rules. No more transactions. If I'm staying, it's because I want to. Every single day. Not because a piece of paper says I have to. Elena, do you trust me? With my life. Then trust me with this. No contract, just us. Choosing each other. Mikhail stared at her, then at the torn papers, then back at her face, and he smiled. Just us, he agreed. He pulled her close, kissed her again, and Elena let herself fall into it. Into him. Into this dangerous, impossible, beautiful thing they'd built from threats and leverage and somewhere along the way. Something real. She'd signed a contract to save her sister. She'd stayed for power. But she'd fallen for the devil who'd owned her heart long before he'd owned her signature. And this time, when he asked if she was his, she'd answer, only if you're mine. Epilogue. 1 year later. Mia graduated Columbia with honors. Elena stood in the audience beside Mikhail, watching her sister walk across the stage, free, safe, happy. After the ceremony, Mia ran to her, hugged her tight. I'm so proud of you, Elena whispered. I couldn't have done it without you. Mia pulled back. Without what you sacrificed. Elena glanced at Mikhail, who stood a respectful distance away, giving them space. I didn't sacrifice anything, Elena said. I found exactly where I was supposed to be. Mia followed her gaze. You really love him. I really do. Even though he's a monster, a criminal, dangerous? Elena smiled. Yes, even though. Are you happy? Elena thought about her life now. Head of security for the entire Volkov organization. Real power, real respect. Mikhail's partner in every sense of the word. Mornings in his bed. Evenings planning strategy. Nights facing down threats together. Dangerous. Complicated. Never boring. Happier than I ever thought possible, Elena said honestly. Mia hugged her again. Then I'm happy for you. Mikhail approached, extended his hand to Mia. Congratulations, Miss Volkov. Your sister tells me you've been accepted to law school. I have. Mia shook his hand, evaluating him. Thank you for the recommendation letter and the scholarship fund. Your sister earned it. No, Mia said firmly. I earned it. She just made it possible. Mikhail's lips quirked. You're right. My apologies. Mia nodded, satisfied. Take care of her, or I'll find a way to make you pay. I believe you would. They left Mia to celebrate with friends, walked to the car, Marcus at the wheel now, having been promoted to head of personal security. She threatened me, Mikhail said amused. She's my sister. What did you expect? Honestly, I'm impressed. He pulled Elena close in the back seat. She's like you, strong, fierce, unwilling to back down. Is that what you see when you look at me? Among other things. Like what? He leaned in, whispered against her ear. Like the woman who walked into my world and conquered it. Like the queen who rules beside me. Like the person I can't imagine existing without. Elena shivered. Keep talking like that and we won't make it home. Is that a problem? Marcus is in the car. Marcus has headphones. Elena laughed, kissed him, let herself be happy. Once upon a time, she'd opened the wrong door, seen something that should have gotten her killed, signed a contract to save her sister, and fell for the devil who owned her. But in the end, the devil hadn't owned her at all. They'd owned each other. And that was the most dangerous contract of all.